crypto is becoming more and more centralized. Hot take. Let's get into it. Okay, let's get into it. Yep. What do I mean by centralized? Because obviously, um, I had to look up the meaning just to make sure. And centralized means of an activity or organization controlled by a single authority or managed in one place. That's not, obviously that's like, no, it's not centralized. Yes. And this is more of a opinion and for a video, right? That I'm saying centralized. Because it's becoming, in my opinion, and this is just my opinion, how it's becoming more and more centralized is the kind of single, the single authorities holding it are these big companies, or, million billionaires, all these, very rich, wealthy people and companies. So it's just the ultra wealthy are kind of getting into crypto and kind of, getting their hands in it and manipulating it as they like to do, as we know. That rich people love doing that. And companies love, getting their little slice and being a part of something and being able to, manipulate it with things and kind of do what they want to do with it. And because they have this big capital that, me, sorry, and you as a retail trader, we don't have that capital. We can't manipulate the market and move it as much as they can, but they can, right? And they know they can, and that's just part of the game, right? It's always going to be a part of the game. And that's why this is kind of a hot take. And so let me know if you agree with this, makes sense, or what your 2 cents on it is, because I'm like, that's what I mean by centralized is the ultra wealthy, single, individuals or companies are the ones owning crypto, especially Bitcoin. I mean, you see it, a bunch of companies are coming out and buying Bitcoin. GameStop just came and bought it. President Trump and I think his social media company was raising money to buy Bitcoin. Obviously, Strategy, formerly known as MicroStrategy, your little micro, was doing it first. They were kind of the people that were like started doing this strategy, and so a lot of companies, and that's just to name a few, but others are doing it, are starting to buy Bitcoin and pile into it, and it's becoming more of this digital gold thing, which is not why it was created. It was created for transparent transactions and to cut out the middleman. But it seems like now it's becoming this trend to just buy, stockpile a bunch of Bitcoin and hold it, kind of as digital gold and not actually use it. So it's still a commodity, guys. Bitcoin, and I'm not knocking Bitcoin and crypto overall, because I am a bull, but these are just things that are happening. This is just part of it. This is part of the game, and it doesn't matter what I want it to do. This is what is actually happening, right? So I can't get my emotions into it too much, because it's like Bitcoin isn't being used by it for how it was made, but maybe one day, hopefully, fingers crossed, but probably not. But you never know, because we just have. I mean, it's just this big money. It's just always, will manipulate the market and will kind of do what they want to do with it. And it doesn't mean we can't make money and it won't go higher or anything like that. You can, and but it's not going to be. We're still in the early stages. It's not going to be what we thought, or depending on how you thought of it, whatever way, is we just don't know. So we just have to wait and see. And I think it's going to be very much a digital gold kind of thing until one day that it's maybe not. But that's why I'm saying it's kind of centralized, because the ultra wealthy are the ones holding it. These companies are the ones holding a lot of Bitcoin. I mean, even our government holds Bitcoin. They've bought a bunch of Bitcoin, or they have, from seizing Bitcoin, which is their tactic, so they can have it, so they don't have to buy it. They just seize it, from this, that, and the other. So a lot happening, and that's why it's a hot take, because it's not one person owns Bitcoin, one person can manipulate it. But if you think of it as one entity, as like this group of people, which is very wealthy, ultra wealthy in our government, people that have more money than maybe, especially me, but I would assume, anyone watching this, more money than us, is they can move it and manipulate it. So that is my 2 cents on this kind of hot take, silly video of, I don't hear a lot of people talking about it, but it is, I'm like, Bitcoin's a commodity right now. And, that means people are paying for it, are willing to pay that price because, they just are. They're just willing to pay $104,674.65 for one Bitcoin because they just want to, they're like, cool, yeah, it's worth that much. Nothing's saying it's worth that much. Nothing out here, excuse me, is saying it's worth that much other than us and people being willing to pay for it, right? So, yeah, that is it for this silly video. Let me know if that's even crazy, if that's a hot take or not, or maybe you're like, oh, I totally agree, or yeah, that's just what's happening. Because, like I said, this is just kind of the facts around it. Doesn't mean it will change one day. Hopefully it will change, and I want it to change, but this is just where it's at right now. Right? Is crypto is owned by these big companies and these ultra wealthy people, and it is more digital gold, and it is a commodity right now. So, but doesn't mean you can't make money in it. Doesn't mean I don't believe in it, and even I am investing in it. I put $10 a day, automate that and forget about it. But I'm like, yeah, I still believe in crypto and Bitcoin, but time will tell. Nothing's certain, so I want to keep an open mind, and hopefully you do too. But yep, that is it for this video. Thanks for stopping by, and let me know your thoughts in the comments, and stick around and watch some more of my videos, see my channel, or get out of here. I don't care. Go do whatever else you want to do. It's your life, your day. So go seize it and have fun. And I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.